All right. We's here. Give me 2 minutes to get my knife check. Oh, and there it goes. I did it again, Joe. That's the freaking third time today. Son of a bitch. Gotta be kidding me. That is the third time today that I've cut myself on this new knife. I'm not used to having such a sharp tool at my disposal. Son of a bitch. That is legit the third time today. It's the 6th time since last night. Unfucking real. Excuse my language. Okay. Sorry, I'm putting this little crappy there are much as well, I'm not a Peruvian hunter-gatherer. Okay, I think we got this. I think we got this now. Look at that. I'm bleeding. But, yeah. I got the spear point. I did. And I also got this Ned Foss joint. This thing. This one. This was the least sharp of the two. I thought I might be safe with it, but yeah, no, I'm not. So what happens when you're used to having such a dull blade all the time? You move up in the world, and then you kill yourself within the first day or so of having a decent knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Have some of that. I'll share it with you. Okay. Oh, are you opening the gate? Can you open the gate in Hell Hollow Road, please? Park Ranger? That's what I really want. They won't listen, though. They won't listen to little old me. I definitely can't fly my drone now. It's illegal to fly it in a state park, from what they say. Mind you, I don't listen to rules often. Let's see, where's... I don't know why he keeps taking the chat away. I'm home from work. I'm sick, but let's go on an adventure. Before you fall. That's a good call. That is a good call, Hope. I won't argue with that. And my finger stopped bleeding. I'm telling you, I have like every finger. I've cut every finger. Wow, that sucks. It's not stopped bleeding yet. Something that fine park ranger would have stopped and said, "Oh, do you need a Band-Aid? You need a Band-Aid, little boy." I had some, and I don't know what happened to them. Let's pull out the therm. And the battery. Let me be in business. Uh-oh. Let me be in business. We should be in business now. Thermal. Battery. Phone. Close the door. Throw on a hood. Not taking a jacket because it's brisk, but if I wear my big old jacket, I'm gonna get friggin' hot real quick. And I don't feel like carrying it after the fact. Thermal. Well, that would have fucking helped. Hold on. I'm all discombobulated. God damn it. There. All right. I'm here. I'm coming. I promise. Okay. Now we're good. Now we're good. All right. Okay. Apologies. How is everybody? Stripsy. I promise you, 15 years ago, yep, that may have been a fact then. Nowadays, definitely not, Miss Frankie, but I love you. I love you. Everyone could use a good ego stroke every now and then. My fat old ass. Keeps taking the chat away. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Kathleen. She got back. I'm switching the camera. There we go. ND, what's up? I need to play a blade-proof glove. I need to just stay away from these silly knives. That's what I need to do. I do hope you feel better there. Hope. I hope you feel better. Hope. Okay. It's one of the good things about this place is you hop out of the car and you're in it immediately. I mean, you just, it takes no time whatsoever. Oh, Sandy, I'm sorry. We can have a shitty day together. I got bad news about my liver from the doctor. So we can both be sad and miserable together. That was why I came out here, because I just knew I had to get out. I was in a bad mood, depressed, stressed, making me angry. I said, I gotta get out in the woods. I gotta get out in the woods, man. Oh, I've done all of them, and none of them. So the problem is that the damage done to my liver is far beyond any of that stuff. It's far beyond that. There's a medicine that they give to people who have cirrhosis or are experiencing like the early stages of liver failure that can potentially, hopefully, slow it down enough that it doesn't take you out too early. Hopefully that works. So that's what we're gonna try. I've been doing all of it. None of it did anything to help. It's just much too far beyond that. I do need a Band-Aid. I need about 7 of them. Look at, ready? There's one. There's a scratch down there. There's one back here. And there's 2 on this one. Actually, there's 3 on this one. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Try to be cool like Joe and Jesse. I think next time I'm just gonna buy a lamp. That's what she had. That's what she posted today. It was 2 cool lamps. I think I'm just gonna buy the lamp. What is that weird thing? What is that? Ew. Ew. Some kind of weird, squishy grossness. Bye, Frankie. Oh. Oh. What's that? Hello? There's a bunch of sticks stuck in the ground over here. Look at it. See it? It's pretty interesting. These are stuck in the ground. And all this stuff is from this tree right here, so it sounds like it fell a long way for that stuff to just fall. This ground's not that soft. I don't know. What do you think? Interesting or not? About 4 of them. Oh, no, look at, I lied. There's another one. Check this out. This one too. It's a very skinny stick to be stuck in the ground like that. There's no way that gravity, this thing's so flimsy. Look at that. There's no way gravity did that. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I'm bleeding like hell right now. Let's take a look around here. Well, we ain't but a few hundred yards into the woods. It's not like we're deep. I mean, granted, it's all woods here. There's just a parking lot. It's not like it's not like there's, you know, what's it called? It's not like we're in the city or something. It's all woods. Juvie's carrying, maybe. It's possible. It's very possible. Hold on one sec. I gotta put you down. I gotta adjust something. I'm gonna try to balance this thing on this rock and give you a shot at the woods. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh, come on. Balance, 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 balance. Okay. That's the best you're getting. Okay. My God, I will not stop bleeding here. This is insane. This is insane. Of course, I don't even have tape to tape it on, so I gotta continue to just squeeze it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I am searching in Connecticut. Searching in Connecticut. I'm searching in the northeast corner of Connecticut, right near Massachusetts. Those sticks were interesting, though. really interesting. I'm just looking around to see if I see anything that like else kind of looks out of place. Yeah, it's gorgeous here. It really is. I don't think people really understand. I think people kind of overlook this area quite a bit, but it's beautiful here. It is beautiful here. Wait till we go to the other spot this weekend. I'm planning on going to a different spot. Anything on that steeple incident? Oh no, just I mean, very old church. People not, you know, it's sad. It's laughable. I don't know how with these old buildings and stuff, there's not some like one of the guys on the news from the city of New London said, no, there's no real building check. Oh, crow. There's no real building checks like that we do regularly. And I'm like, what? How is that even possible? You've got all these old historic buildings, like they're hundreds of years old. You're not doing any kind of building check, structural check. So no one was inside, thankfully. No one was inside, thankfully. They do serve the homeless people there. They serve them breakfast there every day. There are 2 congregations there that share that church. There's also AA and NA meetings that happen in the building, or the addition on the back of it. So all those things and people are displaced at the moment. I'm sure they'll find some places for them to go, but it sucks just because people weren't doing their job. I don't know how you can even put up an argument that like it's okay to not have some kind of structural exam of a building like that. It's insane. They do it for bridges. Like, why would you not do it for buildings? It's nuts. But everyone's okay. That's the big thing. Has entered the chat. That's great. What is that weird thing? Anybody? What is that? I don't want to touch it. Alien-like. Let's give a scan with the therm. Let's give a scan with the therm. I wish I could show this on the phone. Oh wow, this thing's working amazing right now. This thing's working amazing right now. Wonder if you guys could see it if I put it up to the camera. Should we try? Oh wow. This thing kicks ass. Ooh, what was that? Nothing. Spectacular. Yo, ND, thank you, man. An alert 21 minutes in. Oh, that sucks. wonder if you guys can see through this therm if I stuck it up to one of the camera lenses. Let's try. Nope, not gonna really work. Let's try this one. The fuck was that? What the holy hell was that? Gotta be some kind of weird bird. I tried. It's the best I can do. No, I haven't found one for this therm yet, Mike. They don't have one that sits a screen for it. You can attach a screen to it or run it to your phone. This one doesn't have that. The other thing about this one, it doesn't have Wi-Fi, which sucks. That's the only one of the only downsides. I wish I had Wi-Fi, so then you could jump using my phone as a hotspot. I could play this through the phone, I believe. You heard that, right? That was weird. That was a very strange sound. I've never heard that sound out here before. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. But it's just interesting because I've never heard it. Never, ever. Never, ever. Really cool video to share with you guys tonight on the show. Really cool video. I'm not going to give anything else away, but I'm going to tell you right now, it is super interesting. It legit made me just continue going, whoa, what the hell, over and over. And some crazy audio. It's dead silent, except for that one crow and then whatever the hell that thing was that just made that weird noise. It's silent. Let's do a scan real quick. I mean, this thing sees so good right now. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I might have something moving. I think I might have something moving. Hold on. Change the mode. Never mind. Never mind. Bit of confusion. How's the quality of the video, guys? It is super duper quiet. Oh, good. Good. I feel like on top of the picture being better when it's horizontal, I swear it films in higher quality. I know that's crazy talk, but that's just how it seems. Does anyone use one of those thermal cameras that attach to your phone? The little tiny thermal camera that you just plug right into your USB joint. I know when they first came out, they sucked. But they've really upgraded those things. The one I was looking at the other day, the T2 Pro, it actually shoots in a higher pixel rate in thermal than the majority of thermals like I have, like this thing. And this is a really good model, by the way. It's not obviously it's not a $4,000 model, but it's not your base model either. That little tiny thing that plugs into your phone, that's this big, shoots in a higher pixel rate when it's on thermal than this does, than the AGN 10 does, than what the hell is the other one there that the FLIR Scout does. By the way, if you're in the market for a thermal, stay away from the Scout. If you're gonna get one of them, get the new Scout, the TX or whatever it is. Oh wow, this guy. I mean, really, bro? Like, you just gonna let him hang like that, man? You couldn't put that away for us? Like, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of rude. Just letting them all hang out there free like that. I mean, kudos. Really, kudos. Like, congratulations. But put them away. This is a kid's show. The nerve, the balls of people. Wait, whoa. You've used one of the little tiny ones, those little button cams, that little tiny thing that plugs into a USB on a rifle? How'd you do that? You couldn't have done that. You're messing with me. Lake and Bigfoot have one of those thermals? I'll have to talk to them. But I just was reviewing the specs and looking at the video of that T2 Pro, and it really looks good, man. Really good. And it's cheaper than most of these. I was just curious if anyone had tried one, because for 300 or three it's either between $300 and $400. If it's shooting in higher pixel quality than these, then I mean that's a game changer. Obviously, I don't think it would have the distance that these have, but I could be wrong there too. The recognition distance on these is It varies. I forget what this one is. It's also different for each species. Like, can recognize a human better than it can recognize a bunny at, 600 yards. Makes sense. Human's bigger. I'll have to talk to him. Well, thank you. How you doing, Bobby? How you doing? Bobby? That was a terrible King of the Hill impersonation. It is just super quiet. Super duper quiet. Let's do another scan with the thermi. Not seeing anything yet. But I got a clear picture. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. He talks alone in the woods. Nobody hears him. Nobody hears him. So anyway, we're getting to this part up here that I like to call the Whistling Woods. This was where that day that, I don't know how many of you were here for that, but it was about a year ago. It was almost exactly a year ago. It's in the winter. We had a snow storm, had just started. It was dead quiet. There was nothing going on. I decided to just pop down and sit on a log, hang out for a little while, and I started singing and whistling. And we started getting these whistles. First I thought it was a bird. Then as you listened closer and closer, it sounded nothing like a bird. It sounded like it was mimicking what I was doing or trying to. And they were coming from just that area up there, back in there, and then back behind these like baby evergreens. That went on for like, I don't even know how long, 40 minutes. It was like call and response. We were also getting knocks and stuff, which was really interesting. The knocks were coming from the total opposite. It was coming from that way. But that was one of the coolest days we've ever had. I don't know what it was. I can't say what it was. Could have been a bird. Didn't sound like a bird at all to me. I know the people who were in the chat that day could hear it, and they were agreeing that it didn't sound like a bird to them. But, I'm not saying one way or the other. What I'm saying is whatever it was fun. It was really fun. So I think I'm going to, first I'm going to get a drink. My mouth is dry. And then I'm going to... They need to make this shit so you can just grab your drink out of the side pouch with one hand while you're walking. Not take your whole damn backpack off. It's a pain in the nuts. Okay. Put that back. Throw the backpack back on. Now I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna turn my recorder on. Turn my audio recorder on. Okay, that's on. Squirrels are getting busy, man. There's all kinds of broken acorns and nuts over here. Let's go up in here a little ways. See what we can't find. I'm really disappointed that we haven't really had a whole lot of good snow. Where did that come from? Can't figure out where this one came from. I had to have fallen, but all these trees look way too big. Well, there's all kinds of stuff coming through here, that's for sure. This is all just pushed down, matted down. Look at it all. Hey, Joe. This is all just trampled. There's some big game trails back there. I instantly look at these trees like this and think, you know, what a perfect place for something to duck down on one side, or even flush deer towards it, because then if they run this way and you can keep them in a funnel, they'd have a real hard time getting through there. What was that? What was that? Well, oh, big wind coming. Big wind out of nowhere. Whoa, 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 whoa. Any knocking you hear right now is just the trees from the wind. It's not any kind of anomalous knocking. We've had some pretty good rainstorms and shit, but I don't remember any like like a month. Yeah, I guess we did. I was gonna say I don't remember much in the way of like real heavy winds, but we did. We had a couple that had some pretty gusty winds, 50 mile an hour, 60 mile an hour. It's a soft tree, be enough to knock it down. Seemed to be some kind of heavy impressions in there. Almost looks like one. Let's see what that feels like. Oh, that feels about right. It's hard to see on the camera, but there's a big indentation there. This one, too. Ooh, ooh. Hello? Keep hearing shit. What the hell am I hearing over here? The ground here is terrible for prints, man. You really gotta get super lucky and find, like, after a rainstorm or some shit, in some mud, all the leaf litter and stuff make it really hard. Not to mention underneath all the leaf litter, the soil here is just, there's rocks. It's the worst. If you got to dig a hole in Connecticut with a shovel, plan on being there for hours. I don't give a shit if it's a foot deep. Alright, where is this noise coming from? Okay. Alright, so it drops back down. They don't like hello. Okay, well, I've said it about 3 times now. Bonsoir. Whoop. Yo, yo, yo. How? What do I say? Somebody give me a greeting, a good greeting. Anyone know any Native American greetings? Greetings, Earthling. Is that pronounced cha-tu? Cha-tu? Cha-tu. I am a friend. I'm a friend. I am an ally. I mean, no harm or disrespect. I love and respect these woods, your home. Whoa, whoa. It was a tree rocking, but before that did not sound like a tree rocking. Again, you guys probably can't hear that. Do you hear that one? How? How? Cha-tu. They call me Sugar Mouth. That's just a tree rocking that you're hearing. Before that, though, there was a possible, um, not a knock, it was like a thud. Like something hit the ground hard. My blue line guys, what's going on? If you guys don't subscribe to Blue Line Bigfoot, you suck. I suggest you all go subscribe. And definitely go watch the Christmas specials. Every one of them in a row. Binge it. It's worth it. They got other great content too, but if I'm being biased, and I am, I love those Christmas specials, man. Oh, 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 oh. Now that was clacking. That was clacking 100%. Okay, we got deer scat right here. Here. What the? Freaking out a bit right now. Sounds like I think a cross between like a rock clack and a mouth pop. It's kind of got that, like that. Oop, I didn't mean to do that loud. That's got that kind of sound to it. I guess I may as well try it, right? 'Cause, 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 'C stick brake. Same direction. Whatever it is, it's off a ways, but something's making noise over there. Probably just a deer. Let me see if I can get it on therm. No, I don't think it's a woodpecker. No, like it doesn't sound like a woodpecker to me. They're here quite often. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're all over this place. But I haven't heard a single one today, and they usually are pretty rhythmic about what they're like when they're doing what they're doing. This sounds like it's like I don't know how to describe it other than to say it sounds like a mouth pop. Like you can clack two rocks together and it's got a percussive sound to it. You can bang on a tree, it's got a percussive sound to it, but it doesn't, none of them sound like when you do that. Like it just has a different tone. That's what it sounds like. Akeilo. Akeilo. Which way, over here? Okay, so look, ND, 12 o'clock is right here. Where would it have been? On a clock. Ooh, 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 another big loud break. Another one. Another one. Hold on. I gotta look through the thermal. Big loud break. I don't see anything. So this is 12, would have been like 10 o'clock, like over here. All right. Those breaks are coming from pretty close to that direction, actually. Maybe like right there. But in that general direction. Right to left between a tree. Okay. That's where all that braking is coming from, is that way. I never know what to do in these situations because it's like initially I heard some thumps coming from over here, which again, don't know what it is. Got over here, then started having the noises from that way. ND says he saw something move from left to right. So I never know if like I should go towards that with the brakes and all that stuff, or if I should stay here and just allow that to continue, possibly. It's always such a mind effort. Oh, I'm off trail. I'm not on trail. Wait, ain't no trail over here. Well, I know these woods very well. Just doing a quick scan of the dirt behind me, real quick. Oh, 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 oh. I got something. I got something. I got something. I got something. It's off. It's off over that other ridge. Oh, what was that? It's over that ridge. It's off in the distance by that, like, over that ridge. All I can see is it's on white hot. So right now I got a lot of gray and a lot of black, and then there's this one white hot spot. It's kind of round. Looks to be poking up over a log, a down tree, and some bushes. It's moving, but only a little bit. Let me try to get closer. Let me try to get closer. See if I can get a better look. Oh, shit. Hi. Hi. There's all kinds of chipmunks in here. Like a ton of them. They're squeaking and running all over the place. Hopefully that's not what I was seeing. I don't think so, though. Let's see. I gotta find it again. Shoot. I don't see it now. Maybe it was one. Could have been a chipmunk, I guess. Let's do this. Let's see. You got a clear view now. Son of a bitch. I don't see it now. I don't see it. Huh. I don't know what what that was. I guess it might have been a chipmunk, but it looked like it was over on that ridge. Down behind, like ducked down behind what looked like a log, and maybe some of those baby evergreens. I was trying to set the rangefinder to see how far it was, but it's such a pain in the balls to do. Like, you really got to be so steady with it. It's a pain. Maybe I should move on a bit. Yeah, let's move on a bit. Sorry. Just trying to mark the way. Big old chestnuts here. Big old chestnuts here. A lot of them. You ever get in an area, and even though it's like only, feet from where you were, just doesn't feel quite good? It's kind of how I feel right now. I don't know why. Some demolish that stump. I don't know what would do that. I don't quite like this area much. I mean, it might just be my friggin', I don't know, I'm mental. What was that? My finger better be done bleeding. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does everything that a spider can. Big disturbances over here. Big disturbances over here. That's noticing that immediately. Immediately. This is just like completely compressed. I mean, again, for more than likely, it's just deer, but this is a perfect area too, I guess, for things to come bed down or relax and take a nap in, right in between the two ridges. What did you hear, Rev? What did you hear? Because I'm bleeding again, damn it. Because I swear I heard something too, and I thought maybe it was just me. What did you hear? There's just so much game coming through here. It's crazy. I mean, this is just so used. Everything in here is matted down. There's scat. Deer hoof right there. That's what I'm saying, Jody. It doesn't feel good here, and I don't know if it's just me or what, but it doesn't feel. I mean, over there I felt fine. I just feel kind of creeped out here. I was only on top of that hill, but once I got down here, it just didn't feel right. And again, it just may be, you know, maybe silly nothing, but I tend to like to listen to my intuition when it's speaking to me. I'm not quite feeling it right now. It just feels off. My finger's still bleeding. Yeah, I completely understand what you're saying about being in a box. I feel like I'm in a cage or something, like, you know, like you're being viewed from the outside. That weird feeling of like being watched. It just doesn't feel the same over here at all. At all. I gotta use the therm again. Hold on. What was that? What the hell was that? I'll tell you what, too. Like not exaggerating. The temperature, I feel like it just dropped by about 5 degrees. Ow. Shit. I have not really explored this area much at all. Maybe once, and only very briefly. There's a ton of places to hunker down over here, though. I haven't seen any, besides those sticks right in the beginning that were stuck in the ground. I haven't seen any, like, weird tree structures or anything like that. Just those first ones right in the beginning. I mean, like, anything like this, all these down trees and stuff, like, they just give you a perfect blind, you know? Something hunkers down in between all this stuff and just waits. I mean, it's almost crazy. It's almost crazy, right? I know I'm getting conspiratorial right now, but it's just kind of strange sometimes, like, how they all stack against each other all like perfectly to kind of create this almost like foundation. I'm not saying this is purposeful. I'm just saying it's just weird how nature can create things that help out the animals out here. Some animals. Hey Sharon, how you doing? If there's anything out here moving around, it would have a real hard time sneaking up. There's so many sticks and stuff to step on. Well, I say that, but one of these beings obviously can move much different. Much different. And I believe Here's something over there. See, I don't know. This is weird to me. This is just weird to me. Like, all these branches are pieces from trees, branches from trees, or small trees that, for all intents and purposes, look like they've been dragged over here or moved over here on purpose. I don't see this type of tree here standing anywhere in here. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got movement. I got movement. I've got movement. Can I link my other guy? You can link him, yeah. You can link him. You put any link you want in here, man. You're a moderator. You should be able to do that. I think you have the... But to me, it's just weird because it's like, I don't see these type of trees anywhere out here. And here's this giant pile of them. They look older. Some of them are leaned up against a tree. I mean, I don't know. It's just strange. It's this giant pile of them right here. Oh, what was that? Sorry, I'm tweaking right now, actually. I got all kinds of noises happening. just scan it with the therm because I'm hearing all kinds of shit. Weird. I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit freaked out at the moment. What's up, Shade? Thank you, Rev. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, what's up, Mark? What's going on, buddy? I'm just saying, what do you guys think? It just seems very weird that, again, I don't see any of this type of tree. It's the same kind of tree. It's just this weird moss shit on it. And look at it. I mean, these things look like they've all been dragged over here and put into this one big, like, pile almost. And then in the center over here is like an area where it's all pushed down and matted down. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. It just seems odd. It just seems very odd. Look at them all. To me, like, if they weren't so old, they would have, potential leaves or pine needles on them. Could have created some kind of blind or camouflage of some sort. Obviously, after time, they die, the needles and the leaves fall off, and they start to rest, so they're not as fluffed up. But it's just as weird to me that they're all right here. I mean, you'll find like, here you go, here's a couple little ones there, little pieces there, but if you look around, I don't see these fuckers anywhere. Excuse my language, but back down there, yeah. Up here, no. And it certainly looks like something's been walking right through here. Not saying what, I'm just saying, looks like something. Something's making a warning call right now. Two things are making a warning call that way. Went from incredibly quiet with no noise to two. I think one might be a squirrel, one might be a bird, letting off warning calls at the same time. Mind you, we are way, way away from any trails. And that was the same direction that noise, all those noises were coming from. All that breaking and stuff earlier. I guess let's be idiots and head that way. Whoa. Definitely a game trail through there. What was that? What was that? All right, there we go. Oh, man, oh, man. I gotta pee. I have got to pee. Is that a lightning strike? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Stuff. Weird feeling. Some of this area. So who's been following the news with Vince McMahon from the WWE? Anybody up on that? What do you guys think? I am a lifelong wrestling fan. I'm gonna wait and see what you guys say. Anybody got any opinions on it? Vince McMahon the lawsuit, the accusations. It's hard to see, but there's a impression right here. It's longer than my foot, but I mean, hard to tell, hard to say. So what are your thoughts? What you guys have any opinion on it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait and hear what some of you guys say first, and then I'm gonna give you mine. Yeah, here's what I think. I think if you have any ability to read what a person is like at their core, you would know. You would have known a long time ago that Vince McMahon is one vile, horrible human being. You know, you hear the stories about the 80s, those poor wrestlers. They worked 320, 30, 40 days a year, some of them. I know that sounds fucking crazy. It's crazy. They weren't given any guaranteed money. The only guaranteed money they were promised was like $1,500 a year. And everything else was based on how much they worked, their performance, if they drew people to buy tickets, and popularity. Yes, they could earn a lot of money, but the moment that they got injured, that money stopped coming. So it forced a lot of these guys to come back from injuries much sooner than they should have, or keep working through these injuries by taking, copious amounts of painkillers, muscle relaxers, uppers to keep going, downers to get a sleep at night. That's what killed those guys in the 80s. It wasn't the steroids. I don't think the steroids helped. The culture back then was to be as big as you possibly could be. So, yep, that didn't help. But it was the drugs that killed most of those guys. And if you look at the statistics of the number of wrestlers from like the 70s and 80s who died under the age of 60, it's staggering. I mean, it's really, really scary. It's disgusting. Um, then you look at what he was like to women during skits during the Attitude Era, which was arguably the most successful era of wrestling. It was the funnest to watch as a fan. Um, I didn't. I can't say that I quite liked a lot of the stuff that he did to the women, degrading, demeaning, disgusting. I was a teenager? Did I mind seeing these hot chicks in their bathing suits or lingerie? Absolutely not. It wasn't that stuff so much. It was the other stuff, like making a woman get down on her knees and bark like a dog, or kiss his ass, like legitimately kiss his ass. Just disgusting things. You could tell and you could see in his eyes for years that like he just was a vile, vile monster. Just disgusting. I can't stand the guy. I never liked the guy. I always hoped that his son would take over. Shane is the complete opposite of his father. It's just awful. Let me fix this stupid thing. I don't like the angle it's on. That's better. Yeah, I hope the feds went to his house to look for. I don't know if you guys read any of the lawsuit or heard about it, but it is awful. I mean, it is some of the grossest, most horrific, vile, violent shit I've ever heard in my life. That poor girl. I don't know how you ever get over something like that. I hope he gets sent to prison. I hope he gets sent to prison. I hope he fucking hope they send him to Gen Pop in a level 4-5, and I hope he gets what he's got coming to him, because he deserves it. He deserves it. We're talking trafficking, rape, violence, just awful shit, man. I'm a fan of wrestling. I still love wrestling. I always will. It's in my blood. I'm glad that the company got sold. I'm happy that he got booted. And I think, things might finally start to go in a better direction. When him in control, it was just a shit show. He had lost touch with what the product needed anyway a long time ago. He just continued to do the same shit over and over, and it's like, dude, this is not the 70s, this is not the 80s. Like, you gotta change something. People aren't looking for the same shit. And he just didn't get it. And his ego and all that shit got in the way. So I hope he gets everything he's got coming to him. Him and John Laurinaitis, piece of dog shit. The money's one thing. She deserves the money, 100%. She deserves all of it. But I hope they have to pay the price of in criminal court. The feds were at his house, man. They were looking for shit. They got, text messages and all kinds of other evidence. So the he's in trouble for sure. Whether it's just a civil lawsuit or whether this becomes criminal, I don't know. But I'm hoping for criminal. Nobody should ever be able to get away with doing anything like that to anybody. To me, it's like rape is the most horrific crime you can commit against a woman. Yeah, the friggin' picture of him with the friggin' Mr. Burns mustache, the dyed hair and the eyebrows. That picture right there screamed, I'm a fucking creep. Like, if you didn't look at that picture and go, yeah, that guy's definitely a sexual predator. Alright, let's take a trip this way. Back on the path. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for all the support. Truly means so much to me. You really don't know. And I'm not the greatest at expressing it. I mean, I try to. I don't think it gets... I don't think you really get just how much I appreciate every single one of you who tunes in, who watches, who subscribes, who hits the thumbs up, who sends a message, who comments, all that stuff. It really means a lot. Really means a lot. And I hope that you get some entertainment out of anything that I do here. I hope that you enjoy going out in the woods. I hope you enjoy when we travel to different places and do our more deep dive investigations, the overnights and whatnot. And then obviously the show and the interviews, and even the episodes when we don't have a guest and we just kind of shoot the shit. I hope in some way you enjoy it. Man, the temperature has dropped. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have a mirror. That's the sad part, Kay. I'm sure he looked in the mirror 100 times and was like, I look good. Rev, thank you, man. I love you guys. I really do. Todd, Octo, Sharon, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, well, just as I was getting ready to walk out of here, that certainly sounded like a very loud knock. I gotta listen again, though, because could be from the gun range, but the gun range is the other way. So it shouldn't be from the gun range. Yeah, it was the gun range. Later, Rev. Thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Is that a dog? Had to have been a dog. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's dark in here, man. Holy cow. It's really dark in here. For being daytime, I know it doesn't, like the camera, I don't think shows exactly how dark it is, but It's dark. It is dark. Huh. What's that thing?
Yeah.
What's that thing?
It's telemetry for collared animals.
Really?
Looking for fish.
Oh, no shit. That's really neat, man.
No,
Is it, so it's like, what, you can hear them from far away, basically?
yeah, it's like a VHF signal. So we have like a omnidirectional sort of thing on the truck. So you can get like a signal on that. And this is like a directional heading. And then the collars kind of store data on them, and you have to get close.
Oh, that's
and like download it onto that. But I thought I had a ping on the antenna on the truck, but I don't think.
That's cool, man.
Thanks, man. We have to.
You're gonna laugh.
No, fine.
Looking for weird shit, man. Like anything strange. I've had some people report strange stuff out in these woods, like everything from kind of ghostly things, Hell Hollow mostly for that stuff, but on a couple reports seeing a Bigfoot.
Oh, really?
So I just come out and look for the stuff, man.
Might have been me.
Huh?
Might have been me just.
Might have been you. I might have been.
Stuff, yeah.
Could have been, yeah. So I just come out and look, man. And if it gets me out in the woods, like whatever, you know, see the animals and stuff. This place is beautiful too.
It's incredible, right?
It's beautiful,
really
man.
Old forest.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it here. And I've had some luck with like I got this hex suit. You ever heard of hex? So I'll show you. It's woven carbon fiber.
Right.
It blocks your electrical signal to animals.
Oh, really?
So they don't see you as a threat or as an alive thing. They'll get real close.
Oh, sweet.
Like crazy close. I've had birds land on me since I got it. I had a turkey walk right up between my legs because I was sitting down kneeling, start eating. Had no idea. Like, I'm like, this is the craziest. You might want to get one of these, bro. Coming out looking for it. HEC''S. Hex. They're kind of expensive, but I mean, if you look at
my boss to get it.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you look at the testimonials, like some of the biggest hunters in the world use these things. It allows them to get real close to their game. There's videos of bobcats walking up to guys like this close, sniffing them, and looking at them kind of confused, like, what the hell?
What is this thing?
And then just walking away. And if you know bobcats, you know those things are nasty all the time. So so are fishers, by the way. They scare me, man.
Nah, they're like I had a capture on one last night, and like we like when we catch them, put the collar on, we have to sedate them, but like we wait for them to come around. We have like a little kennel with blankets and like let this thing out, and it like normally they shoot straight out. This one actually tried curling around to the left and basically walked into me and was just like, "Oop," and turned around and left. Haven't had one get pissy or anything.
You ever get any reports of mountain lions out here?
Not here. We get a lot. We get not a lot, but we get occasional reports of mountain lions. But like, there's only one time that one's ever been confirmed. They found some scat, did DNA analysis, compared it with some scat that was found like at a data bank or whatever. And it come through like upstate New York.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, we get people calling them mountain lion.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's, I think one of the biologists had a video of one sent through, and it was literally a house cat. A big one, like a Maine Coon or something. But,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I had an old guy here last year. We were walking the trail that goes through the swamp, the cedar swamp.
Yeah.
So I was coming from that end, and we met like in the middle. And I always say hi, and if they're willing to talk, I'll ask them, like, have you ever heard anything or seen anything weird? Just because that's the people who live here are the ones who are going to know the most. They're out here all the time. And he was like, no, I never heard anything. He goes, but I did see a mountain lion, and I was like, come on. And he goes, no, no, I swear. He was probably about 75 years old, and he's like, no, listen, I know people talk about it all the time. He goes, but he was on the other side, like Trail 2. I forget exactly where he said he was, but he was like, I was on one of the trails off of there in the woods. He said, and up ahead of me about 60 yards, this thing came walking out of the brush. He said it stopped in the middle trail. He goes, I got a full look at this thing. Long tail, and stopped, looked at him, and then took off. He goes, and I walked up and saw 2 footprints. He goes, and these things, they were much bigger than any bobcat. I mean, again, obviously it's just a report. It's a story, but I mean, he was like, no, man, I'm telling you, I've seen it. Now, some people I know, they get excited and they're like, no, it was huge, it was massive. But
I spoke to a cop recently who was like, oh, there's bobcats in someone's yard, and like I've seen the bobcat myself. It's at least 75 pounds.
It's a big cat, man.
It's like the biggest. Like we get all the roadkill come through. Like if a bobcat gets hit by a car, I'm the one who necropsies it.
Yeah.
35 pounds.
Yeah. I was gonna say 75 pounds is a big ass cat, man.
So everyone kind of like
They get all excited. I think people's adrenaline gets going. It's the same thing with this stuff. Like, I don't know what your belief is, but like, I've been doing this for years, man. And what caused me to do it is I've had some real weird stuff happen in New Hampshire a lot, like in a couple places, really strange stuff. It doesn't make any sense. And we pulled footprints that were 17 and a half inches long off these power line trails. Like, I don't know who's out there in winter. They're huge, bro. 17 and a half inches is massive. 1% of 1% of the population has a foot that size. Like, that's how big a foot. And it's not only just 17 and a half inches long, it's 8 inches wide. Like, who the hell's got a foot that big? And he was walking on these rocky power lines in the rain, in the cold, right? So that's where things get strange. So, but you talk to people and they when they're in the middle of something that's exciting, your adrenaline dump and all that, it causes people to see things and report things differently, It's always exaggerated. Like, it was 12 feet tall. And like, okay, 12 feet tall, huh? But
and especially if the story gets passed down person to person to person, that's when
it's like a game of telephone.
Getting really,
really
outlandish.
What's your name, man?
Matt.
Matt, I'm Kyle.
Oh,
nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So what is that thing called again?
So this is, so you have a receiver and then antennae. So this is like a directional antennae. So you do like direction, and you can also do like vertical kind of.
That's friggin' awesome, man.
So like, if there was something, this would be like click, click, click.
So almost like a metal detector, essentially.
Like, sort of, yeah. Like, and then so like if you've got like, say it's like 100 meters away and it's over there, it'd be like click, 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 like louder and louder.
No shit.
But then you can like, as you get closer, you can turn down its like sensitivity. So then it's like until eventually you just can't hear it, and then you can like turn it back up and it's like click, and you can be like right.
Oh, exactly, that's cool, man. That's cool. So are there a lot of them out here?
At least 3.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much. But yeah, this is like classic fisher habitat.
Sure.
Like, there's a nice coniferous hardwood kind of mix.
Right.
Got like a lot of habitat complexity with like the logs and stuff. So
sure.
And you can see like all of the like empty like like signs of squirrel around everywhere. So they got
everywhere, man. Everywhere.
But yeah, I mean, it's good times to be looking out for them. Like they'll start their breeding patterns pretty much right now. So they start moving around a lot more, trying to find a date.
Wow, that's really cool, man.
Anyway,
Awesome.
I'll get on.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I gotta get going too. Great meeting you, man. Nice talking to you.
Yeah,
be safe.
You too.
That was cool. That was really cool. I didn't ask, but I should have. I feel like that would have been I don't know if that would have been the right question to ask. I was more interested in that crazy antenna thing he had to find the fissures. I don't know if you guys have fissures where you are, but we have them here, fisher cats, and they are, they're like weasels, but bigger, and they will attack and kill your pets. They mate. They have one mate for life, and when their mate dies, they will scream and scream and scream and scream this horrific, blood-curdling, murderous scream that sounds like a mix of a baby being bludgeoned and a woman being murdered. It's terrifying. And this guy's out here looking for him. He's got to tag him, collar him, and all that shit. Fuck that. Excuse my language. He's like, nah, they're not so bad. I'd rather do the bobcats, to be completely honest with you. And I know that sounds crazy, but I know cats well. I know their behavior well. Fishers, listen, mongoose kill king cobras. King cobras are a deadly, deadly animal. They're very fast. King cobras are very fast. They strike really quickly. And mongoose kill them things. Mongoose and fishers are from the same family. I would much rather deal with a bobcat, but that's just me. That sounds like me. Sometimes I can be grumpy, other times I can be okay. No, all right, that's it. That's the end of that mini adventure. I think I'm gonna go up to the let me go up to the what's it called? The not the train tracks, the power line, airline trail this weekend. I think that's where I'm gonna go. This is, oh shit, the one that runs by the property that was having all that crazy stuff happen at last year. It's oh man, this stupid thing. It's this time of year is when, oh shit, nope. So this time of year is when I got the footprints and the audio recordings last year. Was this time of year, January, February. It's also when my other buddy, who runs a Bigfoot group out of Massachusetts, Rhode Island area, it's when he pulled two trackways last year off of that trunk line trail, is what they call it. We believe, people think that these things don't do much moving in winter. We think they do here. We think they do. We think that they do a lot more moving here in the winter than people assume. Obviously, if it gets like real cold snaps where it's, single digits of, probably not. they probably hunker down. But you know, upper 20s, low 30s, to me that doesn't seem like a big deal to them to be out moving around. And it's been in the 40s, in the 50s for quite a while. We've had some cold, but not a ton. Some nights where it was in the 20s, 30s, but most of this winter has been in the 50s and the 40s. It's actually confused some bear. So I think that, coupled with the fact that they, in this area, if we collected enough data over the course of, you know, so many years, I think we'd be able to really narrow down what their roots are, because it's not a big area. That's where we have an advantage here, right? The forests are not the same here as they are in New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, upstate New York, California, Pennsylvania. I mean, these places, the forests are way bigger. They stretch for way further. We have, you know, we have minimal state forests and protected lands, and they're a lot smaller. These guys are forced to live in these areas, and it would be much easier for us to follow their paths and their patterns. It would take time, you know. We have some data from the last like 5 or 6 years, but it's not enough to pinpoint everything. But yeah, I'm still on the hunt for a cardboard tube. What? What do you need a cardboard tube for? I'm confused. Nice Porsche SUV. I'll take it if you're just leaving it here. Good golly. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Todd. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Deer yard up in the evergreen bottoms. So when loggers come through, take the trees from the yard, it puts deer at risk. So I'm sure Bigfoot hunting is same. Going to the market. Yeah, probably. Sounds smart. But so that's my theory. And the thing about that trunk line trail, or the airline trail and the trunk line trail, is it's old railroad tracks where the railroad was taken out. So all of that cut is still there. It's been there for a very long time, and it just ended up being left as a hiking trail that would go for miles and miles and miles and miles and stretch from one end of the state to the other and up into Massachusetts, and you know, halfway through that state. And so it's like a highway. It's like a highway, and you know, it follows for like, I don't know, it was like 30, 40 miles or some shit. It follows a river. Like literally the river runs right alongside of it. And one of the things that I personally think, I'm not the only one, I think a lot of people think that these things will follow the rivers. They'll use them to travel. Again, it makes sense. It makes plenty of sense to me. They can walk in them. They can hide their prints. You know, it's a fast way to move. So I'm going to go back, I think, this weekend to those areas where the tracks have been found in the last year, and they were fresh. within the ones that I found were only a day or two old at most. I think the one set was probably more like 12 hours old. They were perfectly like shaped, 5 toes. So we know that they're moving through there at this time of year. Berlin has a river. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with Berlin. I'd like to go. I really want to go up. You'll hear tonight. I'll wait till tonight to talk about it. Dave's on the show because I want to talk to him about it. He's very familiar with an area that I'm very interested in doing more at. And so we're going to talk about that tonight on the show. So I'll wait. I'm not going to talk about it now. But there's some areas in Massachusetts that are much more active than I think most people assume. You know, these states, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, they just kind of get looked over as far as this stuff goes by most people because we're rather small states, you know, compared to the rest of the country. We're shoreline states, so people think of us, they think of beaches. And then, you know, especially Connecticut being one of the most expensive places to live in the country, I think people just think like, oh, it's rich, and it's just everyone's got a lot of money, and there's just big houses, and that's not the case. There's a lot of this state that's very, very rural, like very rural. They call this corner that I'm currently in, the northeast corner, they call it the quiet corner because there's area out here that's just like, there's nothing. There's giant farmlands and houses are spread so far apart, and there's just woods and rolling hills and valleys, and it's nothing like people assume. There's parts, like, I remember the first time I drove through this area as an adult, I literally was like, I can't believe I'm even in Connecticut. And then it's the same with the northwest corner. That corner too. Like, if you look on a map, like look on Google Earth and look like where Salisbury is, and then follow that like up and down. There's an area out there of land that's so big, there ain't a single house on it, there ain't a business, there's nothing. It's just woods and mountain, and that's it. There's nothing. So there's plenty of places for these things to be, and I'm one who, I don't think that they just hide in the deepest, darkest woods anyway. I think they can survive in a lot of places. I don't think they're going to survive in Brooklyn. There's a Connecticut river, Saco. Are you talking about here, right? In Connecticut, we have the Thames River that's down here. I forget, man. I'm bad. So yeah, so that's what I think. I'm gonna try to hit those spots this weekend. Octo, if you're still here, you're more than welcome to come along, man. I'd love to have you. Jeff, if you watch this, you obviously, I told you, just message me. Octo, do the same. Message me, man, so we can figure it out. You emailed me at one point. I'll have to go back and look and see if the email's there on my new phone, or if, I don't know. I don't know if you gave me your phone number or not. I'll have to check it, but I wish all you guys lived close, man. I'd love to take all you guys. I'd love for all of us to be able to go out. That's why I want to do that meetup and that camp out for a weekend. Maybe people, you know, maybe some people can travel. I'd love to do it with everybody, with Lucci, with Brian and Chewy, and with Alex, so that like you all can come and hang out with all of us. Also, I can tell you, hanging out with all of us at the same time is pretty fun. I gotta say it. I'm not just tooting my own horn. It's fun. We have a really good time. We laugh our asses off. It's definitely adult content because it's just, you know, it's 4 dudes, man. I mean, no one's being like dirty or gross or anything, but it's adult content. But we have a good time, and I think we bounce well off each other too. That's the other thing. So it would be fun for anybody else to come and experience that. I love those guys. They're the best. They are the best. Look at the topo maps in that area. Yeah, let me know what you find out. Let me know what you think. I've looked at them a bunch of times. I just don't remember all the rivers and stuff. I just remember areas that look promising. The thing about Connecticut too is there's just not a whole lot of places here with drastic elevation change. So you're not getting this like a drastic change in climate like you would in other places. So like if you're in New Hampshire and you're in the mountains, some of those mountains are pretty tall, you know. Few thousands of feet. Obviously, the top of that mountain, the weather is going to be drastically different than if you're at the bottom. You know, the top of Mount Washington is the worst weather in the country. Literally, the worst weather in the country. The winter there is extremely dangerous. People die. It's crazy. You go watch the videos from that weather observatory and it is nuts. Look at the temperatures, look at the wind chills, look at the snow. I don't know how anyone survives up there at all. I don't know how those people who work up there. It's scary. It's scary. So we don't have those drastic changes like, you know, if it's winter here, it's winter here, period. Like, you know, it's not going to be 30 degrees on top of a mountain and 60 degrees down at the bottom. The mountains here are just not big enough. I think, I don't know, is it Bear Mountain or Mount Washington, or one of those is the biggest mountain in Connecticut, and it's like, Alex called it a hill. Because he's from New Hampshire. He's like, oh, this is a neat hill. But it is compared to what's up there. So these things don't need to move around much. They're, you know, they don't have to come down from the top of a mountain to get better weather, and they can just stay wherever they are. guess the map class was a thing. Yeah, Henry knows. Henry lives in one of the, in a place, he lives near the Canadian border, in a place that's pretty, it can be really brutal as far as weather goes. It's got some of the highest concentration of moose in the country, if not the highest concentration of moose in the country. It's a beautiful area. I mean, it's gorgeous, but it is it's the woods, man. It is the woods. It's the woods and it's the mountains. You know, when snowmobiles are allowed on the roads, you know that the weather up there gets pretty gosh darn bad. I joked, and it wasn't meant to put anybody down, it was meant to just illustrate how important certain things are to people up there. Like, we drove by a few trailer homes, right, like double wides, and they were nice, they were new, they were really nice on a beautiful plot of land, like a big giant plot of land, and the vehicles that they had were definitely cost substantially more than their trailer did, than their home. You know, these giant trucks with, you know, all the four-wheelers and all that stuff. It just goes to show you what's, you know, important up there. I mean, there was a lot of people who were. Alex lives 2.5 hours away from me. 2.5 hours. That's nothing, right? He's got all kinds of snow right now. We have none. We have none. It's 45 degrees right now. Just crazy. That guy was cool. He was the park ranger. I've never seen a park ranger there. Never once. Not once. So that was the first time I've ever seen one. He was a really cool guy. He definitely sounded like a Kiwi. If I ever run into him again, I'll ask him. But that thing was cool, man. It was a directional antenna hooked to, like, looked like a walkie-talkie, basically. But it was to pick up the signal. And as you got close, you know, it would tick, 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 tick. You would have made a good dang top. A top what? What's a top? I mean, some machines are fun, but you can't go off the trail. Lots of private land, lots of state land, ATV, you need permission for landowners, written permission. Yeah, that's why that friggin' OnX app, if you get that OnX app for your phone, it'll tell you where, what's private land, what's public land, what's protected, where ATV trails are, all that. It's a really great app. You gotta pay for it, but it's really, really worth it. So, oh, Sergeant. Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have. We'll talk about that one day. There was a day when I thought I wanted to be in the military, and then I chose fighting instead. Hey Val, what's up? How are you? I've been out in the woods for a couple hours, but now I'm on my way back. There are 3 chevrons. How'd I earn those? Go home and finish up some stuff on the computer and then get ready for the show. For you guys, it will change. For us, we may not end up with much again. I mean, I know you've heard me say it, but I just can't. It's upsetting to me. I love the snow. I love the snow. To me, there's nothing more beautiful and peaceful than a really good, heavy, fresh snowfall. It's so pretty, and everything's so quiet because people just aren't out. People don't go out. When you get a good blizzard. Guest tonight, Mr. Dave McCullough from Sasquatch, and he sent over 2 clips, 1 video, 1 audio, and I'm gonna tell you right now. First of all, the audio is it's scary, is what it is. It's really creepy. The video, I've never seen anything like it in my life. Never. It's bananas. That's all I'm gonna say. It's bananas. And Dave is such a freaking awesome guy. He's such an awesome dude. He's got that really great Boston accent. Either you love it or you hate it. I love it. I spent a lot of time there in my life, and I love it. It's home. That's true. That is true. It gets brown here. The snow gets brown here overnight because of the stupid sand and all that shit. Plow trucks. It gets gross overnight, but that's only on the sides of the road and stuff. I can deal with that. I love the snow, and last year we got totally gypped. We literally got nothing. I mean, I think our snowfall total for last year was like, I don't even know. It was ridiculous. It was embarrassing for a state in New England that usually gets nor'easters and a couple blizzards every year, and some regular storms, 6 inches, 5 inches. Like, usually we have snow through the winter. It adds up. We got nothing. Even the snow we got last year was gone by the end of the day. No exaggeration. So it's really, really upsetting. This year we've had 1 storm so far that gave us about 4 inches. It was gone in 2 days. So, I don't know. You can say there's no such thing as global warming. I say bullshit. I'm like you, Sharon. I love it. I'm a kid when it snows. Absolutely. friend who lived there for a while. She was in the military. Beautiful. Germany's gorgeous. I never knew. Germany is gorgeous. No, they don't do that here. They don't use regular salt here, man. They use this stuff that, like, I'm sure it would kill the animals if they ate it. It'll burn you. It'll burn your skin. It destroys your car. It's awful. Absolutely awful. Yes, I saw a video of the Black Forest a couple weeks ago. It's amazing. Kind of creepy, but amazing. I'd love to come over there. If you guys didn't, yo, Bri, what up? By the way, if you guys don't watch This Week in Bigfoot, can't be friends anymore, please go subscribe to those guys and go watch them. I hadn't watched the episode. I was going to watch it Monday night. I got caught up, doing stuff, and then I forgot to watch it. I was going to watch it Monday night after I watched Hellbent, and Miss Grace let me know that they gave me a shout out on the show this week. And they do a bit at the end of the show, the top 5 podcasts to watch and listen to this week. And wouldn't you know it, we were number 1, which was just the coolest thing ever. I was so excited. I felt like a little kid. I was very humbled and grateful. So, a shout out to those guys, Brendan, Chuck, Mike, Sean Wag. I love those guys so much. They're just amazing. The show is great. Like, no bullshit. I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not saying it because I'm buddies with them. Like, I said that before I knew any of them. I love that show. It's such a great show. The production value and editing on that show is top notch. It is like it is as good as any TV show. I'm not even lying. Not even lying. The channel name is CARC Universal. But if you look up, if you look up This Week in Bigfoot on YouTube, you'll find it. And just look for the episode that says, it was posted 3 or 4 days ago. It was posted on Sunday. That's true. That's right. Sub, like, or just hang out. Brian's blowing kisses to people. It's sexual harassment, bruh. Just kidding. That's all right. Earlier, oh my gosh, what's her face told me, Frankie told me I was getting all my stuff ready to go out in the woods in the beginning of the live, and she was like, if he would just strip tease, he would get more of us to watch. I laughed my ass off. had to thank her, but I also had to correct her and tell her, nobody wants to see that now. 15 years ago, maybe. Now, nah, probably not. But I'll take it. Brian, I want tacos, man. DoorDash me some tacos, bro. I'll hit you with a real steep tip. You guys don't understand. Those tacos that they told me about. Now, the burrito tacos are good. The steak tacos, Brian, tell them, please. I love my pizza. I'll eat pizza any day. But these tacos are out of this world. They are so good. And I've had tacos all over the place. These steak tacos are outrageously good. Outrageously good. Are we talking about looking for Sasquatch or Prince, Brian? After rain and snow? Is that what you're talking about? Lucci figured something out. There's some statistic that like 80 some odd % of sightings are like the day after a rainstorm or some shizzle like that. I can't remember. Can't remember exactly. Oh, you have no idea. These are like authentic Mexican tacos. They're not like American tacos. Where American tacos, it's like people put beef with like some spices in it, like ground beef, and then they put like lettuce, tomato, sour cream, and like salsa or tacos. These are, it's just steak that's marinated in this carne asada seasoning, and then cilantro, onions, and then like I think it was like that white little pieces of that white cheese or whatever, the cotija cheese, and then they give you this green salsa. I can't even, it sounds so simple. I cannot even begin to stress to you how flavorful those tacos are. Brian's an hour away from me. And don't even think for a moment that I have not thought many days about driving an hour and 10 minutes to get those tacos. That's how good they are. They're incredible. I've only had them twice. First time I had them was when we went to Freetown the first time, me, him, and Alex. And I thought about them all the time until the last time I went and saw Brian to go to Freetown again, which was only a couple weeks ago. And I've thought about them almost every day since. They're that good. They're nothing like Moe's. No. Nothing like Moe's. This is authentic Mexican cuisine. This place, it's a really small place, right? It's got probably about 5 tables in it, I would say, and a little counter you can order at. And the whole family runs this restaurant. It's like grandma, mom, dad, brothers, sisters. It's all the whole family. They're all Mexican, and they're all just cooking fresh all day. It's amazing. It does revert to food. I can't help it. I'm hungry. I haven't had anything to eat all day. Now I gotta eat something really quick. Shower. Finish what I was doing on the computer and then get ready. Get ready for the show. Get ready for the show. I've got a show. I've got a show coming up. I don't know that I've had Turkish food. Is Turkish like Mediterranean type food? Like kebabs and stuff? I love that. I love kebabs. I love tabbouleh. I love hummus. I love falafel. That stuff I love. Not a whole lot of food I don't like. As you can tell, you don't look like this without eating. I'm joking. Yeah, a lot of people don't like lamb. A lot of people don't. I get it. Unfortunately, I think it's really tasty. I wish I didn't. I don't eat it often. If I go get that food, I usually get the falafel. They use lamb in, like, you ever had a gyro in Greek food? Gyro, like the wrap. Real gyros, they'd put lamb on a spit, and the spit would turn all day very slowly, and it would cook that meat really, really slow, so it'd be real tender and real juicy, and they would slice it thin off that spit, and then they would put it into the wrap with the tomatoes and the lettuce and the cucumbers and the tzatziki sauce, and that was where I first had lamb, and that was when I fell in love with it. I feel bad for saying that, but I love it that way. I'm not a fan of it any other way, really, just only in like a gyro, or gyro, people call them gyros. Okay, I'm back. I'm hopping off. I gotta get some food in my belly. Yeah, some people like the mint. I'm not a mint guy. I don't like mint on my food. I don't like mint on my food, but people do. Let me get out of here. I gotta eat something. I gotta take a shower. I gotta get ready for this show and finish what I was doing on the computer. 7 o'clock. Be there. Oh man, I look like crap. I didn't sleep last night, by the way, by about 2 hours, so I look like dog shit. But be there, 7 o'clock. Dave's a great guest. He's really fun. He's been doing this for a long time, and he's got those 2 clips are amazing. He's a blast to listen to. I really, really enjoy listening to him, and I can't wait to talk to him about this area tonight. Having somebody who's been doing this for that long in this area is really exciting for me. So tune in, 7 o'clock. Be there or we're not friends anymore. And that's that. Just kidding. Love you guys. Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. Best time to hike or be out in the woods is after a fresh snowfall. Quiet, peaceful, best time to find tracks. The best, the absolute best. Love you guys. Take care. I'll see you later. Night. Peace. Bye. See ya. Bonsoir.